picture of stuff I sent home from Neil's Gap. This is some of the stuff I bought at Neil's Gap. Oh, just real quick, a few things that I sent home from Neil's Gap that I thought was weighing too much. The stick to roll out my legs, this water bottle, and I replaced it with this water bottle where you don't have to have a scoop, you can open up the back. My waterproof socks, these cleats that had the kind of heavy spikes on them, I feel like they kind of bruised my feet a little bit, and they were heavy. These were half the weight, and they just have a chain on them, no spikes. This wool hat had a bill on it. Every time you roll over, it came off in your sleeping bag. Got that real light beanie. My pocket knife, I never go anywhere without on the farm, has a Phillips screwdriver and a standard screwdriver on it, and a serrated edge. Replaced it with a little Swiss Army knife, real small. Scissors and a sharp blade just for opening food packages. And just the cover for my spoon. Real light windbreaker I had. But use my raincoat instead of that. So at the top's the things I bought at Neil's Gap, and here across the bottom is the things I sent home. I think it was 4.5 pounds. So to save a little weight, I thought it was worth it since I was struggling. I've been wanting to tell you about how to lace up my shoe. I learned at Neil's Gap. You know, usually the shoelace would go through this hole right here like that, but you pull that first shoestring out of the eyelet, put it back in the one beside it, do the same thing on the other side, and then run it through that loop it just made. And run through this one through that loop. And when it's on your foot, you can really tighten it up so your foot don't slide. You just kind of draw it up and down like that, and it really tightens it up. And then when you go to tie it, you make like a surgical knot. Go across once, and then once more, and then tie your bow. And that just stays really tight so your foot doesn't slide in the shoe. I've been doing that since Neil's Gap, and it seems like it's really working. I only had one blister, and that was the second day. I haven't had any blisters since I started doing this. Also, everybody's been concerned if I'm staying warm. Sunday night, January 31st, I rented a car to Knoxville Airport and went back to Ohio and was trying to wait out the storm on the Smokies, but it looked like it's going to be 2 weeks before it's fit to try the Smokies. I was going to have to keep watching the weather. I'm going to turn my rental car back in Thursday morning, which would be the 4th of February at Knoxville Airport, and get a ride to Standing Bear Hostel and head north from there towards Hot Springs. Get as many miles in as I can heading north, and when the weather's fit to head back through the Smokies, I'll try to hit the Smokies. Hopefully get some rain and melt some of that snow. They got a foot of snow and waist-high drifts. So everybody's at a standstill trying to get through the Smokies. Thanks for your concerns.